Alrighty then. Hello to everyone. Hope y'all are having a good day. Fighting some stuff, getting things started, but we are been running. I think we're up and running. Microphone doesn't want to stay in position. My cat wants to get in my lap. It's wonderful. So again, let's go ahead and load up into the Republic of Stuff. You can cycle the automation settings for the selected ship using the equals key. Kind of cool. Let's see here. Alright, where did we leave off last night? I know we got some research completed, so we have some new ships. There's a new large spaceport out there. We need to go ahead and do some stuff for. So that means we want to go into medium spaceport right here and switch you to obsolete. Large spaceport is what we are upgrading to. Let's go ahead and get started on that. Ooh, I like how this looks. Nice and beefy, doesn't it? Oh, yes. Right, so it's very barren on the bottom. You know what? I think we can definitely work with this. Lots of crew. Energy collectors, damage control, research lab. Got intimidators and interceptor missiles, concussion missiles, no guns. So let's strip off all of the weapons because we'll decide how we want to outfit it weapon-wise. A little bit. Good deal of shields and armor. That's nice. 2,300 shields. 756 armor that has to get through. So trace scanner, countermeasures, long range sensor. Then we have 4 construction yards, 6 fighter base. Your base. I like me a good starfighter. So, how do we want to go about outfitting this and making it us? So the trace jammer gives us some extra oomph with our countermeasures, essentially. So it gives us some more countermeasures there. So let's throw that in there. Actually, we'll end up doing anything. I don't know if it will or not, but it might. You know, it could. That would be nice if it did. We look at things like that, so that's only jump tracking. We don't need to add any of this other stuff, I don't think. Trace scanner, trace jammer. Yeah, we want a target tracking system. Want to get a little bit of a targeting boom. We are going to have weapon systems on this. Going to have to be able to defend himself a little bit. Now let's go take a look once again through our So commerce, recreation, medical, all sorted. Then the research labs. All that stuff's good. 3 fuel cells, 3 cargo bays. Have the space, so I'm gonna put on... Is it? The remote fuel transfer. Put just one of those in for now. We might be able to add more later on. We have 3 spare slots. Those really do help when you have ships refueling. It makes it where they don't have to dock. I'm assuming that they will choose to not dock and will use that instead. Bombard weapon. Let's drop some nukes on people. No, let's really not do that. Want to bombard people. We just end up doing it because I got nothing. You'll have to tell me why the Republic of Stuff chooses to bombard people. So we'll put these... No, not point defense. I want Sentinel multi-beams. We'll get some Sentinel multi-beams up on the top, and I'm gonna cough for a little bit here. That was a weird feeling in the lungs, but no, we're okay. We're all okay. So now the question becomes, what weapons do we want to put on? I really think we want to stick with the Shatter Force, because those have been doing us pretty good work, I feel like. We can put Shatter Force into the large slots. It's crazy to be able to put that many of these beams on. That's all of our large slots. Oh, nope, there's one more there. Okay, so that should be all of our large slots taken up now. Oh, look, we're still fine. We still have 196 space left. Eat Jesus. Since we have that space, let's take a look at the difference between the concussion medium and the lightning medium. So the concussion has extra range, but it doesn't go as fast. The lightning hits a little bit harder. Let's see. The fire rate, they both launch missiles at the same time interval. Okay. They both have the same shield and armor bypass settings. You don't really need to know about the bombard stuff with the lightnings or the concussions. I'm thinking... we might go with the lightnings, actually. Put those in our medium slot. Have those missiles that get out there and touch them a little bit better. That's definitely not a good touch, that's for sure. Okay, so that puts us over by 32 and crew as well. Where can we take one off that is uneven? Is the question. I guess we could take that one there and that one there. We'll remove those two. And that puts us down to 2956 size. And put in some small ion cannons. We'll have to put in a cruise range on the small ion cannons here. Telling us our range is, I can find it, 1090. So you know, no, we're gonna go ahead and leave that empty as far as range is concerned, or range, as far as weapon system is concerned. We don't need another one on there. We can put some more ion sheath armor on this, give these guys a little bit more armor. Or more pieces of armor there. Oh, but those armor take crew capacity. Interesting. Should have caught that they took crew. That's very interesting. Also, we only have the excess energy output. or static energy 303, energy collection rate 300. That would mean that we need another energy collector, doesn't it? I guess we will go ahead and remove the remote fuel transfer from you. And so that we can put in the energy collector. Because that does take crew, so we're just basically replacing the crew that we're using on the remote fuel transfer. So the energy collector, collection's 375, 303 is our static energy used. I think we're good there. We got some really great range out of our weapons. Large shatter force. Do I need that many fuel cells? I don't know. That's what the game is recommending I go with. That's what they put on there to begin with. So I think I'm gonna err on the side of caution to have that many fuel cells, because I have had some stations that have somehow managed to run out of fuel with less fuel cells. So I don't know if that's an issue with what you call it. The tanker's not properly setting it up, but maybe it is. So we definitely don't want these large guys to run out of fuel though, because that would be dangerous. That gets the large spaceport set up. Next, let's get the battleship, which is actually a battle cruiser hull, I believe, up to snuff. We have gotten some new hyperdrives. Like these hyperdrives, I think, are faster than the Garrix. No, it's not. Why would I? Well, it's more accurate and less energy. Okay, well, I mean, I'm not switching out hyperdrives yet, because the Garrix is just nice and fast, and I like that speed. Make some decisions on hyperdrive changes later on. Not going to touch any of the other stuff. Vector engines, so yeah, that's got to get removed. That's removed. Those. Why do you have a short range and a long range sensor array? And then we don't need the starfighter base because we are a battle cruiser. We are not playing Battlestar Galactica with this guy. I'll get rid of the vector engines for the moment. I want to put weapon systems on here first. That all looks fine. Look at all these large weapon slots. I love it. So I guess we are going to go into saying hello once again to Scatter Force Beams, our nice workhorse. That gets us up to 1002. And then our Sentinel Beams. So that's not going to happen. That's a large slot. So there's our medium slot, essentially, and then I think we're gonna have a bank of those guys back there, one there, and there. Okay. Yeah, it gets pretty good point defense for these guys. I like it. 3 Telassus and 4 Ion Sheath armor. Should be good, I think. All right. We don't need the long-range sensor array on it, but we do need to give you some bonus target tracking. And then this also gives us a little bit of targeting bonus. Those gets our, where is it? targeting up to 37%, and then we also want extra countermeasure systems. Get us up to 25% on countermeasures. Be good for our electronic warfare suite. Now for engines. Guess we do probably go with the vector engine. Or we can go with the quantum. The quantum doesn't have as much cruise thrust though. So the vector just kind of wins, and it also is more maneuverable by far. Yeah, we can do 3 of those. Not very many engines, but it'll get us started. Because now we will start taking a look at our energy system. So our reactor energy used is, or output is 360. Our energy used is less than 180. Should be able to drop down to just 2 quantum reactors. We need more crew capacity. Of course we need more crew capacity. Why wouldn't we? Get that crew sorted. So top speed is lower and maneuvering turn rate is lower than average. Yeah, probably is. Static energy is 89. Energy collection is 150. Can't remove an energy collector. And we just have 43 space left. So with that extra space, we can throw some Acceleros engines on, or an Acceleros engine on maybe. 15, 840. So the Vector engine is actually just better, period. Oh. Okay, well, I guess one more Vector engine. Still good on energy usage. Got a, well, needs another engine to be honest. We got 19 space. Can't throw one of those engines on there, but that's okay. Since we have the extra space, we should probably throw on another plate of armor. And we'll call that good. Okay, next is now the carrier that we did not take care of last night. Once again, we're going to go through. We'll leave the Vector engines on since we know those are good now. Us. Pretty much already maxed out on that. That's good. Don't need the long range or the short range sensors. 1.5 full starfighter bays first. Then we want to overload you. I'm torn between doing the missile point defense or the Sentinel. Because the interceptor missiles have a little bit better range. We'll stick with the lasers. We're a laser people. So since it's a carrier, we want it to be all focused on defending itself. We don't need to worry about having like really good weapon systems for it in my mind. Instead, we want it to be like beefy. We'll slot another shield system in there. And now we'll take a look at whether or not we want to put a long-range sensor array on it. We have 153 space remaining, so sure, we'll put a long-range sensor array on there. We'll put a target tracking system, trace scanner, a trace jammer. And where's our Countermeasure. And a countermeasure system. We got a full E-War suite on this guy. Reason to put a short-range sensor array on there too. Jump tracking, but I mean long-range sensor array has jump tracking. Better, so we don't need more jump tracking on the carrier. I like the hangar bay loadout. It just looks so cool on it. What do you want? The energy collection rate is lower than static energy requirements. Oh, I did not catch that. Due to the computer for letting me know. Okay. We have 48 space left. Our energy collection rate, 225. We use 153, so we're good on that. Fuel systems. Quantum reactor, or energy system. Quantum reactors, we produce 360. And we use less than... Yes, so we use... on mines. We'll drop that. Okay, so we're good. We can run on 2. Okay, so now... with our spare space, the question becomes, what else onto this guy? 2 better engines, but I mean, really not needed. Fusion reactor versus quantum reactor. We might switch over to the fusion. Since the fusion is more efficient, we'll just have extra fusion reactors. Yeah, because we can run 3 fusion reactors instead of 2 quantums. And our fuel to energy ratio is just that much better, which probably would work well for a carrier. We want 4, we'll put on, you know, an extra fuel cell, I think. We want this guy to be able to carry a lot of fuel, because I'm assuming the fighters and bombers are going to pull their fuel from this. So actually, we'll just load it up the rest of the way. Lots of fuel. What, Fernie? Can't you see I'm busy? Don't know if that's a good thing to do it this way or not, but do it this way. Carrier taken care of. Alright, so we did get the new cruiser. That's one of the things that happened as well. So this cruiser layout is a light cruiser. I'm gonna click edit so we can just take a look and see. But yeah, of course, we're using all the shatter forces. I think we're gonna stick with that when we upgrade to a new cruiser. Let's see, so we have fast cruisers, command cruisers. Command cruiser doesn't have any bonus to it there. Countermeasure 5%, targeting 0. Okay, so it has extra countermeasures. Has 1 less engine slot and 1 more sensor slot. Okay, then we have just the cruiser by namesake. Has nothing special to it there. Has 10 weapon slots though. Has an extra defense slot. A little bit better reactive and ion defense. So, okay. Then the long range cruiser. What makes you long range? You a bonus to shield recharge rate. Less weapon systems. I think we'll just go straight into a normal cruiser. So we'll call this cruiser V3. Keep up with the naming scheme. And then we want the Garrick's Hyperdrive, because that's the one that's being the workhorse right now. We want, where's our command center? And then our damage control unit. Want to have a okay supply of engines on this guy, so we'll do 3. We want our large shatter force weapon systems. We want our Sentinel multi-beams. Once again down the spine. Then medium shatter forces. Like so. For our defense systems, we're going to go, I guess, the Talasis shields instead of the Ducalios. The Ducalios have a large Talasis recharge twice as fast, though. So, I think that's why the computer likes the Talasis. We'll do 4 shield systems and 3 armor plates. Our weapon system, or our E-War suite, will do countermeasure, target tracking, trace jammer, and trace scanner. Okay. And right. Ready to add on our power systems. Quantums with this guy. 2 quantums takes care of that. Energy collector, we need 82. So 2 energy collectors, and we're over space. We'll have to make some changes somewhere, and then fuel, 3 fuel systems. Because I've noticed that just having 2 fuel cells seems to have me strapped for fuel in some cases, and that's not good. So 3. So now the question becomes, how do we get ourselves down under our size? I also don't have the crew on here yet. Probably gonna have to maybe remove some weapon systems. 2 crew systems. Okay, so we are over by 81. So the shields are 20, so we can remove one of the shields. Ion sheath armor is 10, so I'll remove one of those. That gets us down to now we're just 51 over. Our E-War suite, we're not really going to gain anything there, I don't think. The weapon systems, I don't think it's worth going through there, but maybe. Do we want to pull out one of the engines? Engines give us 24. I'll leave the engines alone. I'll move the medium beams here. So now we're down to just 7. See, that would be the case where I would remove the fuel cell to get up that 7. Well, like I said, I've been noticing that I feel like my fleets maybe are a little bit light on their staying power. You know what? Instead, we will remove an engine. We'll go with slower ships. So people will be able to run away from us. It then means that we hold the field. Okay with that. Yeah, I'm definitely okay with that. So instead of medium shatter force, maybe I can do small? No, it would be 1 small. I don't want to do just 1 small. So we'll put the ion sheath armor back on. That works. That looks good to me. Save and exit on Cruiser V3. So active buildable designs, Cruiser V2, you are now getting obsoleted. Thank you for your service. So our destroyers, let's take a look at what they have. So 2 engines, 2 fuel cells, reactors kind of stuff, shatter force, of course. Right. Okay, so we're going to Destroyer Mark 3, so now going to become Destroyer Mark 4. Question becomes, which destroyer do we want? This guy, 10% targeting. That's just a fast destroyer. That's cuts the difference. So 5 countermeasures, 5 targeting, and 10 ship speed. We might go with the fleet destroyer. Oh no, we'll go with the heavy destroyer. We want to get the better what you call it. So destroyer Mark IV, going to be a heavy destroyer. And then we do our Hyperdrive, which is a Garrett. Do our command center, our damage control. Then so we're going to do the 3 fuel cells. Crew systems, we're probably going to end up, I put that where a fuel cell was, good job. 2 crew systems. And the rest is going to be power systems, which figure out once we know how we want to do that. I believe 2 engines cover us well for now. Shatter force beam. 3 of these guys and the 2 sentinels do their work. The last is shield systems. Go with 3, I think, and 2 ion sheath. Then we want a countermeasure system and a target tracking system. And then now we need to put our fuel, or not our fuel, but we need to put our power source in there. 2 quantum reactors is what we have to run with. And where is our energy collector? We need 60 static energy, so we only need a single energy collector. And we have 21 space left over. With our extra space, can't put these guys on there, but can put on some assault pods. Yeah, that sounds fun, doesn't it? Put some assault pods on these destroyers. Think that this is going to work for us then. Save. Destroyer Mark III. Thank you for your service. The frigates. Have any other no, we just have the frigate. The frigate is the frigate. Has vector engines and a thrust vector. I don't think there's a reason to mess with the frigate any. We've already got this guy kind of up to our current standard in a sense. The heavy escorts. Yeah, we're using the ion cannons on these guys, kind of having fun with them. Don't know how good they're working. Fuel cell. Actually, you know, that's what we'll do. We'll upgrade the heavy escort. We can put another fuel cell on him. Oh, we don't have the space for it. Right. Okay, forget that thought. Won't upgrade that to do that. Anything else that we need to upgrade? I don't think so. I think we're good. Unless there's a new ship type that we don't have designed yet. The defensive base, 1650. Yeah, 1650 goes up to that. So we already... Yeah, I think this is the one that I did come through, and we already worked this one out. Yeah, because it has fusion reactors, so that's done. by me. Okay, so we have the ships redesigned now. Let's take a look at our Great Leader. That's such a great name for a cruiser. Those are busy getting themselves got to pieces. Army, what are you doing? Okay, he's gonna go explore the apartment, apparently. So let's get these guys. All right. Oh, we got all that stuff kind of planned out. Now we need to take a look and see some more of what we have in mind for today. Where is that colony ship? I did see. So this guy is moving to Soretta. See if he's actually able to get in there and colonize properly. I don't know if he can or not. I know if I try and like make him go to colonize Soretta, he like breaks. They want to join us, so we'll figure that out. These colony ships are, once again, they're still doing something stupid. And Greenie and Bispin, you know, like wait there for a minute for me so that I can send you some fuel ships, because where's ships again? Those are all freighters. That's not what I need. Oh, good lord, that's fuel tankers. These guys are all doing stuff. So we'll build some new fuel tankers. Or build a new fuel tanker. What I want, that's the one I want. AG 1600. Oh, where you're getting built. Getting built somewhere. Then I go to the construction yards to see where he's being built. Kusha. You are not going to be automated. You're going to be a manually controlled guy. You know, I'm happy that this guy that I found on YouTube with this copyright-free music had a playlist of his songs as opposed to everything just slammed together. Because in the one where everything is put together, I can't have it up on the little screen here, not the screen, the little widget that says what song is playing, because it's just like a song that you'd have to search. It doesn't like give a title for the song. Well, pow. Hey, Renegade Marine, how's it going? The Fortunate Ranger fast. Okay, have to unpause for it to build it. Build the defensive base at Fumu. Yeah, save on to that. Yes, Golden Aura, I agree. There's like some really good songs in this. When I was digging through the playlist and looking at it, I was like, yes, this is how I'm gonna go. Do we want a special operations barrack? No, because we're not really stealing planets. We will go with the Planetary Defense Center. In case people get mad at us. I don't think we have to worry about the Teekins. These guys love us because we do all the trading and stuff with them, but the Mortalans, they're not so happy with us. We did eat our neighbors. Bill Service 2. Yeah, you can get that. Well, freighter is under attack. Well, run away from that then, or something. I don't know. Stop getting shot at. Construction of a new defensive base has been completed at... I'm not even going to try and say that. Independent Colony is very happy and wants us to colonize them. Yes, I want to colonize them too. I want their stuff. Okay, so we finished that. It's coming out of the construction yard. Charging up. We want him... No, not to... Wish I could just click like that button right there and it would work. But... Go load fuel at Tula 2. I believe Tula 2 is the fueling... Nope. That is not the fueling station. It's Tula 1. The Ghost Fleet base, I guess? Are you mining that? No. I lost where that was now. Because it's one of these dots. Great, it's one of the dots. Under attack, okay. Evaded detection, good job. Industrial Academy, that sounds like fun. But... Fortunate Ranger, right? I think. What was his name? Wantar, go load fuel at Wantar 7 at, no, not late interlude. Load fuel at Wantar 7 mining station. Build a mining station. Yes, I'm all about building mining stations right now. Want Durog to turn blue and Calcadon to turn blue. I'm tired of seeing this not be blue. Same with that up there. Give a gift to these people. No. Build destroyers. We don't need them right now. Build a science academy. I can agree with that one. Oh, look, they offer us protection. How cute. I love it when they're like, we'll protect you. It's like, okay. Discovered some hidden items. Assign second fleet to do something? Okay. Don't know what. Guessing that's within their range. Great art exposition has occurred. People love their art. Why do these guys keep running out of energy? It's weird. I like the way they redid the circles in the patch that was yesterday, I guess it was. But now that they're not solid all the way through. You got the solid line to tell you where it, like the limit of it, and then a little bit of a more transparent one. Defensive base at Berlius 1. Yeah. Najarka. Is Najarka in my space? What crashing issue are you running into? What are you trying to do when it crashes? Mandara Confederacy has completely destroyed the Liberated of the Stars. Oh, they killed those pirates. Thank you, guys. Hating those. That is a very weird crash, yeah. Is that a crash that is happening in multiple different path lines that you've tried, or have you only tried it through the one game? I know like getting up to that point is annoying to do otherwise. Oh, the Hive are being very mean, okay. 4 campaigns, okay. You did submit a bug report or whatever for it? (6 to 8 hours). I generally I like to play on 4x speed as well, but then I get into doing stuff and have to slow down and end up forgetting to turn 4x speed back on. That's basically what's happened. So there'll be a lot of times where I'll be sitting here not playing on 4x speed because I forgot to turn it back on in a time when there's nothing happening. Check our fleets. So yeah, it looks like they're doing all their stuff. They're getting retrofits going on. Dude, I feel you on that one. That really destroys any desire to play a game, even when it's like a super enjoyable one. We had a problem that, I mean, it's not that. It's similar to that, but it was created by ourselves in my group where we play Civ together. Stealth research, nice. And the problem is we would keep having to start new games when we get new people who want to join it. We would never play through and actually finish a game. And we had guys just getting so frustrated. Like, I love Civ, but I hate restarting it every single time. Like, yeah, I agree with you. I'm definitely very happy with how much they seem to be focusing on trying to squash bugs and do other stuff. So I mean, the rate at which they've been releasing patches has made me very happy. I like it when dev teams are able to stand behind their product like that. Zaldix. I think Zaldix is, yeah, it's one of ours. Oh, they offer us protection. Okay, well, you know what my answer to that is, even if they don't want to hear it. Oh, let's check on that colony ship moving to Sarita. Oh yeah, he's making his way through there. Very, very slowly, working through the morass. Abandoned ship. Okay, investigate. It's damaged. All right, not surprising. Give these guys a gift. Not today. We got some combat going on. Build a defensive base at Ertelena. Yeah. Zucarb. No, Zucarb's a no, I believe. Those beams. Callan 2's in our space, right? Yeah, Callan 2 is. Okay, well, and it disappeared as I was going into check where it was. That's fine. We'll watch these lasers shoot. Music has stopped, apparently. Music has started again. Base. Propose a gift. No, not right now. I mean, we'll do that later. Build fuel tankers. Yes. Can get behind that. Build a defensive base. Well, you can't right now. Build a special operations barracks. No. While salvaging Artilus remains, we discovered a new resource. The Artilus tentacles provide plus 15% colony development. Because some parts can be eaten and other parts produce dye. Okay. That's kind of cool. Like hunting giant space whales then, or whatever. Except for these giant space whales shoot giant frickin' shocky beams at you. My kind of whales. Okay, so loan memory, you have been filled up. Okay. I think it was one of the Tangrinis, like Tangrini 1. No, it wasn't Tangrini 1. Maybe it was... You guys like ocean planets. It was Tangrini 2 then. Okay, and then back to you. Zoom out, click on our fuel boy, and have you transfer fuel to Ancient Prize. Oh, all those blacks. I want to be able to turn off the location badges for other empires. Like, I don't want to turn them all off. I still want mine on, but I want to be able to turn off like others. Maybe we'll get that option here in the future. New construction of defensive bases has been completed at Burlius 1. Good job, guys. Mission completed. Territory map stolen. Soretis wants to join us. Yes, I want them to join us. Assign first fleet to Sakureya. Alright, I mean, they can go look at it. I don't think they can do anything about the guy that's in Sakureya. But they can try. Look at all that beautiful production. Deniskar. Yes, we can do that. Zaldix. Yes, we can do that. Perstal. Yep. That's a good one. We're up to 61.7 billion people. There has to be colonizable worlds over here. I don't know why Purgator has not expanded any at all. Oh well. They've begun construction on High Tech Academy. Okay, we now have Energy Mega Lab research done. Cool. Under attack. Well, maybe he should run away. Okay, so you are fueled up. I need to find Bispin 2. It is what it is. Quamino? I think is what these guys are. Yeah, Quamino. We can send them to there, to Aegisys. Or there's Burlius 4. I want to send them... No, it's a mangrove forest. No, they're not... Want... Where's Olmal? Or Ziltris? I mean, that's on the edge of our space, though. Oh, there's Bispin. See? I knew the name was Bispin. I remembered. Colonize. Small freighter is under attack. Yeah, that's bad for them. Our agent has been detected. Well, stop that. Gun construction on Weapons Academy. Unknown items. Made a detection after sealing a territory map again. Yay. So much like border gore going on over here. Be great. Trandusha 6, yes. Deniskar 1, yes. Probably have more construction ships. Oh, I need to send right there. That's the place to stay. A lot of new construction port locations, huh? Large freighter under attack, yeah. You've completed research in effective Hakonish culture and customs. Okay. Just really kind of like scrape. Wow, that tugged opening that up, didn't it? Sit for a while and get some money. Or we decide on what else we do, I guess. Mortalan colonies begin constructing an energy academy. Yeah. Good lord, what in the world am I getting paid for? What just happened? Oh my god. Annual bonus income, shipbuilding, 2.9 billion. Or million, sorry. I got excited there. 2.9 million. Ah. Oh, I guess the private economy has been saving up for a while and just went, we're buying new ships, slamming it down. Yeah, 2.9 million. Oh, look, I'm saving 20,000 for Virtual 3. I think we can afford the 20,000 now at this point. God. Yep, and the spaceports are now going to be upgraded. Look at all these medium freighters being built. All these medium freighters being built. Wow. Oh man, I love it. Oh, so let's... Actually, we can use that now. We can go through our colonies and see where we need to build some new stuff. So, no, not those facilities. Can I just build all of these on the same planet? I don't need to, well, we do want an espionage academy somewhere. We'll build a Vortex energy complex. And then at Wantar 4 is... Okay, so that can just be upgraded. Then... terraforming facility. Do we want to build a terraforming? Yes, we do. We have the money for them now. We're gonna do that. We're gonna build terraforming. We'll build a military academy at Wantar 4. And FOI Nifu, you can get upgraded. And Espionage Academy. And also terraforming facility. Upgrade. And then terraforming. Everyone's going to get terraforming at this rate. I'm okay with that. Victoria, hello. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go through and okay, so I'm not gonna have to. All right. Complex to a district. Terraforming. District. Terraforming. District. Terraforming. We have a lot of planets. We're gonna be here for a little bit doing it this method. Maybe I should use the other menu. Probably should use the other menu, he says, as he keeps doing it in the menu he's doing it in. Again, I got a rhythm, so if I break that rhythm, it's gonna mess with me. I really need to thank my private economy for, like, getting off there. Oh, we've actually used up all of our millions. Okay, cool. Oh, we're actually having negative cash flow from that. Okay. I'm okay with this. I really am. It'll pay itself off. It's okay. If it doesn't, we'll just sacrifice them. Okay, Tangrini Ruse should be able to colonize now. Not letting him colonize. Okay, so it's going to be the way that the settings in the game is set up and the way that it's calculating through the nebula, I think. First fleet to Ardos? Yes. So that's a shame. We'll refuel there within Soretta. I don't think that they can even... anything here. Well, obviously not a gas giant. I'll also... so we have Boscara. What's suitable for Boscara? I guess Virtual 4. Let them fill up. We have completed research in hyperjump inhibiting. Yay. Okay, so go colonize Virtual 4. Assign the second fleet to the XX931. All right. Beta detection, that's going on, and yeah, hyper deny. We'll have to find a ship to put those on. We might put those on our battle cruisers, or when we upgrade from battle cruisers to like true battleships. Age of Dreadnoughts. I wonder if I'll recover from that right there. Maybe. Facility maintenance. Woo! Oh yeah, look, it's recovering. And I want you to join us, but I can't have you join us. Like, I would have to, you know, I could probably take them over with troops and have that count, but that would be a dick move to try, like, getting myself taken over. Or taking over other humans like that. That's going to be the next playthrough that we do. Abandoned ship or player paired. Investigate, take me. Miss, Click. Retire. Find First Fleet. I thought First Fleet was working on stuff already. First Fleet is working on stuff. Where is First Fleet? You are at Art. They already are there, guys. Hey, can these guys go do something? I want them to do what they're doing. Yeah. Okay, I mean, yes. First Fleet's still missing all of the escorts, I think. Oh no, it still has a couple. Oh, the escorts are fun, actually. Ooh, that frigate's getting some heavy hits. That's... Ooh, that's an armor breach. And dead. You just saw that one going in right up the engine pipe. The escorts are flying around it, hitting with all of the ion cannons. Okay, First Fleet. Well, I can't afford to top you up yet, but look, we're making positive again. Beta detection, protection, no. Anoxiel. Second Fleet. Yeah, Second Fleet. Y'all don't need to do something. You're just sitting there. Well, we got Ardos covered, so that's good. Do I have a fleet that's working in this section? Doesn't look like it. So I might create a new fleet then. When I get the money, which will be a little bit. We've made a breakthrough from scrapping a battleship. I scrapped a battleship? I mean, I'm okay with that. I just don't remember doing it. Advanced fusion physics. Nice. New defensive bases completed at Ertelena. New scientist has appeared. Your attack. A tire. Yeah, that's in our space. Sure. Go see this fight going on. Oh. You want me to build something else? All right, well, let me zoom out first. The answer is yes. Oh, this guy made it there early, that destroyer. Just got a big chunk of money. Completed something, that's good for them. And the fleet jumps in. Excellent. I didn't even hear it fire its weapon. Oh, that's a nice effect right there. See the Terminator and the way the atmosphere. Would the atmosphere disappear at this point though, or would we still see it as the light filters through, so we'd still see an effect even though it's on the dark side of the planet? Don't know. Hey, we can make heavy carriers now. Chunk, chunk, chunk. Excellent. We can make heavy carriers now. So, with that being the case, we're going to make a carrier Mark II. We did light carriers, and now heavy carriers. I can definitely get behind a heavy carrier. Because, yeah, so you're 1189 and your max is 1200, so that's the light carrier. So we want to do heavy carrier. Carry. No, we don't need to have a scary girl covered in pig's blood come after us. Though that would be a very terrifying carrier, wouldn't it? 3 engines. Guy even has some large weapon systems. I mean, we're not gonna... Might put lightning missiles on them. Or Lancer, lightning missiles, maybe? Maybe the Lance missile. Lance missile 3500. What's the concussion? It's like 4000? Yeah, but the Lance missile hits harder. Concussion missile is just so nice. For its range. But the Lance missile fires faster. But we're not doing that yet. We're getting these point defense weapons on you. Actually, I wonder if I should do the ion field or the ion pulse blasters. Much less range though. They would do ion damage. So if anything gets too close to the carrier, he's just like, no, stay away from me, and a bunch. Lap fight. Do 5 shield systems. Okay, so we want to... wow, okay, so even the carrier can't do large fighter bays. So we got 6 medium starfighter bays. Do we need more than... Yes, we do need more than that. I was about to say, do we really need more than that? The answer is obviously yes. Countermeasures, target tracking, hammer, scanner. I think that, yeah, that's good. Ion sheath armor on this guy. We want lots of armor plate. Engines might not be enough at this point. Put some more vector engines on. 5 engines. And then, so those 2 weapon systems, or those weapon systems I was thinking about, the Lance missile. Don't really have buffs to missiles though, but the range is good. So we'll do 2 of those weapon systems. All right, so now we want to do our hyperdrive. Oh, we can put the hyper deny on this guy. What range do you have though? Only 3000. Say only. Yeah, I don't wanna this guy getting into that close. That's right on the edge of the missile range, and the fighters are gonna go further than that too, so no. I don't think I'm gonna... Yes, I'm gonna do it. We also need our command center. And then we need our energy collectors. So we need 1, 2 of those. We need our fusion reactors. I'm gonna put those at the bottom here. Yep. Okay, and then we need all of our fuel cells, which you can fit a whopping 1. We remove 2 engines. You can fit 4 fuel cells. Then for crew systems, we need even more. Okay, so we need more space. So that means we rip off the Lance missiles because we really don't need them. Because his guy's weapon system is the... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put the rate of fire on this. My rate of fire. There's so much here to say. I wanted to damage. I mean, I'm missing it. Fire rate 10 seconds or 12.8 for the interceptor missiles. Ion pulse blaster shoots faster. Sentinel multi-beam. shoots even faster. We'll just stick with Sentinel multi-beams. Fun to think about using like ion weapons and stuff, but yeah. Good on that. We got the 4 fuel cells, and we have 78 space left. I could put engines back on. Thought about doing assault pods. I'm not going to do assault pods. The engines back on, no. Good on the other stuff, so we might do that. Okay, so that's going to make it to where we need another fusion reactor. I'm okay with that. So that fuel cell will be deleted because I want all the reactors together. And we have 3 space left. So the maneuvering turn rate is low and its speed is low. Yep, that is quite all right by me though. Save and exit. That's a nice looking carrier if I do say so myself. Expensive, but nice. And we obsolete the other one, even though we never even built one. But, I mean, we thought about building one for a little bit. I thought it would be a cool idea. Ah, there's other stuff. Getting an email. Oh, it's people talking to me on a text message that I love my coworkers. My coworkers are awesome. They have me on a they text message my email account, so it doesn't read just right, but that's still great. Oh, we killed that Gravelex pretty fast, and now they're like, let's go somewhere else. Like, all right. Good job, guys. Work done. Oh, there we go. Back up just enough. Yeah, so we got a fleet there, and there. Build something there? Yeah. Build something there? Sure. Building an advanced shipyard. Build, yes. Beta detection. Cool. All right. Yes, of course. Give them something to do. I think they're already there. They're already dealing with it. Unknown items detected. Did you hear that? There could be something over here. Okay, what do you want me to do about it, though? Complete the construction. No. Show me. Oh, hello. Actually, oh, you did get to shoot. You disabled an engine in one of the weapon systems. Completed research in diplomacy. Okay. Just letting automatic research work right now, it looks like. I'm okay with that. Another dead Artilus. You can now build another fuel station. Okay. Zarton, yeah, you guys go do more work. We got threats over a number of places. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Wonder how much we're gonna lose. So it's currently 8:16. Load game. Ooh, we're gonna lose 13 minutes. I think that's probably gonna put us back before we did the carrier. Yes, it is. Oh, okay. It's just after we bought all those things. Tech breakthrough made, yeah. I hit plus. Zoom outside of range of, okay. Akdara is all the way over there, so no. Tier, yes. We're not gonna spend time working on that carrier right yet, because I mean we can't afford it really. Anyways, stop. Not doing that one. Okay, heavier carriers now have been done. So let's see what we can get. Mega capitals, sure. And we're gonna hit save game there, just as a precautionary measure so that we don't lose at least that little bit of progress. Since Renegade Marine did mention that there is a crash when researching heavy battleships for them, so we want to see if we can avoid that ourselves. Vernocht 1, Randusha 4. Octage, yes. I think Sixth Fleet's already doing their job, so I'm not gonna tell them to do something. Second Fleet is doing something, so we're good. We'll not tell them how to do their job. We have finished advanced point defense research. So point defense cannon 3. I mean, cool. I'm not gonna use it. Pilus 1, yep. Let's zoom out a little bit here. Get those large-scale transports, large cargo storage, and large fuel storage queued up. We can get those. Better crew systems, better medical systems, and better... Can't afford better entertainment right now. Build this at Malthur 1, yeah. Build a mining station in Saturn? Yes, please. Maybe having the mining station in there will let me colonize in there somehow. I mean, probably not. Like I said, I think it's something to do with how it calculates range from your closest colony by going through the nebula, even though I have a colony like right across the gap from it. Wondering if that could be the issue. They are very happy with us and want to join this. I want them to join us. Cineus. No. 6 Defense Force. Yeah, they're just sitting around. They can go do work. Colony joins us. What? Why? The oppressed inhabitants of Imps have switched allegiance from the Sivu Alliance and joined us. Well, Don't want them. Means I'm gonna have to protect them. So we'll get that done and we'll get a... Can't afford to build this. Yeah, I can. I have the money. Come on, catch up. Build. Build. Whatever. Therefore, 2, yes. First fleet has no mission, so yes. They better not get mad at me for essentially culture flipping them. Not my fault they treated their guys poorly. Build that facility. Bakshi 1, yes. Ignos 4, yes. Bajekos, yes. Second fleet. Oh, second fleet's doing something already. 6 defense force is doing something. Completed research in weapons specialization. All right. Okay, so pause, facility. It's still not letting me build the fighters. Whatever. Whatever. Throw my hands up. Tier 4, yeah. Oh, Mindara and Xenix are going to war. So this is Mindara. The Xenix are... I don't remember who the Xenix were. They were the cat people. So I guess... Yeah, this is them. This is Xenix, I think. Right here. So that's going to be interesting to see who ends up taking that over. Now, so since we had that flip and stuff like that happen, I'm gonna hit escape, escape, save game, save. Looks like it's saved safely. I just had to pause it. Look at it. This is the true nature of the Republic of Stuff right here. Hidden in the code. Breakthrough from scrapping a destroyer. Breakthrough is assured. The destroyer was assured doom. So advanced engines, nice. And gravitic weapons, awesome. Ooh, voo. The Actarian Empire has begun construction of something. Okay. Propose a gift to these people. No. Don't think I will. Pause. They catch up. I just love how when you pause it, it like it still does some more stuff. Assign 6 defense force. Yes, y'all need to do something. A defensive base for Pyro. Sure. Build a bunch of ships. We do not need more exploration ships at this point. Propose a gift. No. Uguth tier. Okay. Go. Build a planetary missile defense at Burlius 2. No, not right now. Defensive base at Althoria. See, I prefer building stations. Like how they look. Maybe the defense bases would be better. We know the Starfighter base one. Good. Defensive base at War Tool 3, yes. Large scale troop transports been completed for research. Defensive base at Fumu. I thought y'all already built one. Oh, they never had the money whenever I kept clicking it. New colony founded. Did not mean to click that one. These guys. Oh no! Oh. Wait, no, they have fuel. They're just really slow. Are they passing through a nebula? No. Their drive just really sucks. Rita wants to join us. I know, I want you to. Build a colony ship. Love to, man. Fine, let's do distance from a spaceport. Colony ship to Olmal, and then there's like 69,000. So Sekusha 2 as well. Okay. There's 2 colony ships. Large scale troop transport. Research completed. Oh no! Deadly fever. That's not in our space. OM424. Are you... No, they're doing something, man. They're already shooting stuff. Zaldix 5. Ah, yes. I guess we do have the space to build some more colony ships, so we're gonna send some more colonies out, I guess. So that's distance from spaceport. We're just gonna colonize everything. Even if it doesn't make sense to colonize it, we'll colonize it if it's in our space. Oh, that's another one. Moktaj, yep, that's another one. Burleus 7, yep. Eridunea 2. I like the way Eridunea just feels to say. Even if I'm saying it wrong, it feels nice. Virtual 2, Moktaj 3. I'm just gonna go through and yeah, we'll get all these. Even if I can't afford it, we'll afford it eventually. Nioth 1, Burleus 3. Well, 1, yeah. Red to ask. It's a toy. Where's that? Oh, it's actually in our system. Okay. Wantar 3 finally getting colonized. Ulanira. Adapaisu. Ooh. Agassiz. Okay. Can't even tell if anything's like Erdabana. So why is that considered to be in my range? I guess I did repair the station there. But it's inside a nebula, so. Oh, how about Noist? Then Rowool. And Fury. Wartool 7. Oclaphoda, okay. Asenaep? Sure. Get to it eventually. Ula 1, yep. And now we're actually getting to stuff that's outside of our... Ula 4. Kamas 1. I didn't actually wait to see where Aplaminig was. Where is... Okay, yeah, that's... Kamas 3. Okay, we're gonna stop there and hit go. The computer's gonna be like, oh my god, you want me to do what? And I just would say yes. Got a soft drink in my cup. Give these guys a gift. No, we're gonna be out of money soon, buddy. Hidden items, 13% sensor research. Oh, fever. 6 defense force. They're already doing something. They're fighting stuff. Supposedly. Yes. Cruiser great leader. Ah, yes, the cruiser great leader. Yes, doing work. That was a gift. Nope. Build a defensive base at War Tool 3. Yes, please do. Construction of a new defensive base at Althoria has been completed, and a new colony ship has been completed at Fumu. We're almost up to 70 billion. New defensive base. Escorts under attack. First Fleet, y'all are going to get a new mission here soon. We've completed research in light interceptors. Thought I had that already? Oh yeah, you stole it from the murderous guys. First Fleet, go do something. How are we on research? Okay, we got a bunch of stuff. Red Knot. Do it. 17.8 years. Do it. Do it. Why does that take longer than the Planet Destroyer? I don't care. It has Dreadnought. That name alone means I have to get it. 6 Defense Force. They are doing something already. Build. Yeah, I'm surprised we don't have one there already. So large cargo storage, large cargo base. Yes. Own 424 for 6 Defense Force. Aren't they fighting something? Yes. Does that guy really just keep running around the planet from them? I mean, if he does, that's going to be hilarious that they're... Oh, nope. They got line of sight on him. It's like, nope, they saw him. 6 Defense Force. But you keep trying to engage something. Well, there's something further for you to engage. Well, let's see if it pops up again. New colony ship constructed. Good job, guys. Yeah, so... ET-871, yeah. I wish I could rename this, because it says Segma. I still see Smegma. My mind cannot unsee it ever since I first saw it. Research in Automated Manufacturing Construction Yard, version 5. Army transports and world ships. We want to give these guys a gift? We do not. We're making so much money, like I'm having to find ways to spend it, like colonizing and stuff. They're very happy and want to join us. I'm sure they do. Menu 4. I was gonna click on that. Oh well, it's fine. Hey, these guys actually have fleets that are doing stuff. Got a bunch of frigates and a destroyer. That's cool. Starstream. I thought it said Starscream, and I was just like, yes. Starscream is cruel. Cruelly stupid. Build a defensive base. They offer us protection. I haven't seen them do anything. I don't even know if they have any ships anymore. Enhanced crew systems. Nice. High power extractors. Oh, hello. Yeah. I don't know why the game is like chugging in the research. It's very weird. But this is not your stream. This is actually happening in the game too, just so you know. Advanced crew systems. Yes. I can't afford any more. Okay. Yeah, there's just, for some reason, like the game ends up in the research screen taking a large amount of resources, which affect the frame rate. That's weird. They've begun constructing something. Okay. Unknown items detected. Yeah, I'm sure. New spy. All right. Enhanced medical systems. Cool. Apparently we had guys buy a bunch of stuff for up to 292K. But that being the case, I'm gonna hit escape. We're gonna drop a save. Saving a lot lately. Because I'm gonna go ahead and private sector ship display. Okay. Thank you for that, Karki. I might do that if we take more hits and it gets really, really annoying to me. Right now, it seems to be flowing. I like seeing all the private sector ships go around. Looks like little ants doing stuff. But I appreciate the advice. Active buildables. So we want to do our carrier. You have that heavy carrier. Once again, full of starfighter base, because why wouldn't it be as a carrier? A scanner, jammer, tracking system, countermeasure system, and a long-range sensor array. Want our shields. 3, 4. We'll do 5 shields, and then rest armor in all of these. Overkill, of course it is. Then Sentinel multi-beams. How many engines did we put on last time? 3 engines? 46, 49? Yeah, that looks fine. Then we want our hyperdrive to be the Garrix. When I have the hyper deny on there, on this guy. Then we want the damage control. We want the command center. We want the fusion reactor. My mind, there it is. 1, 2, 3 fusion reactors. We want the energy collectors. We are using 178, so that means we're gonna need 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Then we can actually fit large fuel cells. So large fuel cells just period fit out where it's the same as fuel cells too. Okay, so I actually don't take up more space. We're gonna carry lots of fuel. That's probably a good thing. I said, I feel like this guy uses a lot of fuel for all of his fighters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fuel cells. No, that's 5. I mean, it's clicked on. Okay. Then the crew systems. 1, 2, 3 crew systems. Reactor energy output is too low. Interesting. So we're going to move a fuel cell up. I think we had the same problem the last time too. So the ship is slower than the average, but that's okay. So we have 4 slots. Do we want to try and add anything in here? I don't think so. Could add some more engines, but I don't really know what Vortex Engine. What is a Vortex Engine? Really good is what it is. Oh. I didn't even realize I hadn't clicked on Vector Engine. I was clicking on Vortex Engine. I didn't even realize that. Wow. I mean, it doesn't have the vectoring thrust that the Vector Engine does. But... Put some thrust vectoring engines on now because I have the... I think we'll do 2 thrust vectoring engines. Yeah, that looks good. This is the Carrier Mark II. Steve? This carrier, thank you for your service. We never built you. Obsolete. So we made it through okay with that, so we're going to go through and we're going to drop another save just to be on a safe side. And then we're going to go. Enhanced research systems was completed. Okay, so that's... What do you want me to do? You want to build a defensive base at Pyro? I thought I already said you could. Build a colony ship. I mean, you already are building a bunch of colony ships, aren't you? There'd be a bunch of colony ships being built in here. They're all leaving the construction yards. Oh no, devastating tsunami. That sucks for them. Another one. That sucks for us. First Fleet. What is First Fleet? First Fleet's not doing anything, so yeah, they can go there. They're just sitting on their haunches, being all, like, relaxed. Something just happened here. They offer us protection. Oh, how cute. Research insight has occurred somewhere else. Okay. Not happening to me. That makes me unhappy. I wanted research insight, even though I think I out-tech the entire galaxy. New defensive base has been completed. Build something at Kaminu. Yes. Hey, come back here. We're not building that. Build that, yes. Second Fleet. Go to the Oilus system. Yeah, go do some work, guys. No, you have been doing work. Go do some more work. They're very happy and they want to join us. I want them to join us. They're just not able to. Defensive base completed. Ooh, we have a new general. Wad Matodo. Wad Matado, not Matodo. What am I? Okay. A mining ship is under attack. Well, maybe he should run. What is... Beans. Beans. We're almost to 74 billion. Number just keeps going up. Build a defensive base at Aquarius 3. Sure. Second Fleet is already doing something. Build a defensive base for food. I thought we already... Oh, maybe we did that before the crash. Look at all the little ants going everywhere. Build a mining in LV at LV 179. Don't bring back any xenomorphs. Or do, I guess. We can send them to our neighbors. I almost said friends, but no, we actually want to send them to the people who are not our friends. Well, you closed it before I could go click on it. Game. I don't have the money anymore to do that. First Fleet, go check out what's going on. Build this at Turvek 3. Where? Nope, that's not happening. That's way over there. Moktaj 3. Okay. Construction of a new colony ship has been completed. Music stopped again. Second Fleet is already doing something. About to get heavy battleships. Devastating tsunami at Kuon 8. We just spent a lot of money on something, I think. Mega capital ships research completed. Okay, so here's the thing. Let's see if it's going to save or not. Yeah, it didn't break on us. So I wonder what the criteria is for that bug. Happy joy for us, though, since we get another battleship to play with. Actual battleship and not just a battle cruiser this time. Look at all those guns! I love it. So we'll start from the bottom up. Starfighter bays we're not going to be doing because that's just not our style on this game. We're doing a more... I don't even know what you want to call it. Trace scanner, and then we'll do it a trace... Target tracking, and then countermeasures. That's our E-War suite's done. I'm not going to put a long-range sensor on it because we aren't going to have a carrier in the fleet that's going to do that. And as far as shields are gone, we've not really done better shields. Go with the Thalassus. 3, 4, 5 shield systems on there. Rest ion sheath armor. All those weapons. But we're beam laser guys. We're gonna stick with them. Oh, that's awesome. We'll do our Sentinel multi-beams. Excellent. Then the Vortex engines. Four, 5, and then we'll do a couple of thrust vectors, I guess. 6, 7. We'll do it like that. That should be good for our those. Now let's go get our hyperdrive that we're going to use, the Garrett's. We want to hyper deny on this guy. We're going to put in quantum reactors. 3 quantum reactors are going to be required for you. We're going to do the 3 large fuel cells, and we're out of space. Okay, we're going to keep putting on everything. We'll see how over we are on space. We're going to be quite a bit over on space. Command center, damage control unit, energy collectors. We need 2. And then the crew bays. 1, 2, 3 crew bays. Okay, so we are 61 over. Right. I think we'll get rid of the thrust vector engines. Speed is 57. If I do 1, that drops down to 50. I don't want to go much. If I do drop down one other one, 40. We need 4 vortex engines. Okay, so we are 34 over. Good job. 1 shield system. We are now 14 over. Good job. 1 armor. We are now 4 over. Countermeasures. What does the trace jammer give us? Trace jammer is only +7 countermeasures. Trace scanners +7 targeting. I'm gonna lose the trace scanner, and we'll move the countermeasures to here. Just because I want to have all of the countermeasures I can on something this big. Don't know if it makes a difference, but it would make sense to me. Okay, so we have a hyper deny system. Excellent, excellent, looking good. Battleship R2. It's slow and maneuver slow. Well, it's a battleship. It's not supposed to be fast. Turn this off and take a look. Oh, that looks so cool. The engines don't. That's okay. Everything else does. I like the motif that the human ships have going for them. Not really playing with any of the stuff in this playthrough. Might play with it later. Can make you obsolete now. Yeah. Also drop the save. Override it. Worked. Okay. Go! Actually, I'm also going to pause again real fast. We have completed research in high power extractors. Cool. Assign First Fleet to SD Naha. Yeah, they need something to do. Okay. I just thought I want to actually change our attack fleet. So we're going to increase our numbers. So carrier 1. So we're going to go up to 2 battleships, 2 carriers, 4 cruisers. We'll do that. Okay. And then build a new attack fleet at. Okay, well, it's not let. Oh, maybe because I have to actually click it. Sure, build it at Fumu. A bunch of all the escorts built early on. That's fine. We're also going to set you to manual. Second fleet is already busy doing something. Aurelia 4. Yes, assign a mission to there. They offer us protection. Aw. They think they can help us. Burleus 7. Yeah, scenery. I like scenery. It looks pretty. I kind of like the definition of it, probably. Nope, not going there. First fleet needs to do something. Not built. Come on, top up fleet. Like, order more. Order more. Okay. Oros Veda is yes. Build me more ships. SD Naha. No. Hey, I was gonna say yes. Didn't let me say yes. Rest of those destroyers going. First fleet. Yes. No, don't go. No. I can go back in the message log. No, I don't see the suggestions there. Okay. I mean, I can probably find them if I looked it up, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, here it is. Go do something. Second fleet is still doing... You're sending me all kinds of... Oh my good lord. Everything all catches up at once. It's great. We founded a new colony. Yay! Second fleet needs to do something. Go. Oh, I got it in time. Good. Need more destroyers. This is almost like as neat as watching the flight tracker websites, seeing all the dots of the planes moving around in the world. Weapons Mega Lab research completed. Cool. We're getting our first cruiser for this fleet laid down. Pervec is not in our space. Need more cruisers. Research in biological... Was that biological workshops? I was supposed to say, wait, biological weapons? Hold on a second, you guys. I'm evil, but I'm not that evil. Yes, I am. Cruisers. New colony. Construction Mega Lab research completed. Please, give me more ships. I'm clicking the button. More ships. We have completed advanced turret automation research. Okay. Build a cloning. You know, I might have said yes if you had let me. Maybe. You didn't let me. Build this. Yes. Build this. No. Send the first fleet to do something. The first fleet needs... Yep, they need to go do something. More oh, I don't have enough money to get more ships. Deadly outbreak of the Dakar virus has spread. That's unfortunate. Advanced metacomplex at Fumu. Don't disappear. Yeah, build an advanced metacomplex. Build a bunch of exploration ships. No. And gifts, I'm not even gonna bother, like, looking at that idea. We're getting a battleship under construction. Yes. SD Naha 1. Yes. It'd be great to get that hyperdrive research, but, you know, that's over in their space, not ours. Why am I building ships over there? You know what? Okay. Massive projectile battery research completed. So that's... Okay, cool. Build me destroyers. I don't know. Yes, now with the carriers getting laid down. Find First Fleet to do something. They're already doing something. They're busy. Send colony ship somewhere. Hold on. Why is he just sitting there not doing anything? Okay. Stop. Build that resort base. Yes, Turvec 3 is not happening. Oh, look, a tsunami. Oh, it's unfortunate. Beat it. 2 battleships, 2 carriers. That should be the final ones. Complete a research into... What was that? Combined military command. So we can build the Galactic Command Center. Which is kind of cool. No missing ship rolls. Yay. I was going to click yes, but I was reading a little bit more. So we just... Yeah, okay, I mean, I guess. It's not inactive anymore. Yeah, okay. Guess I was looking, I was like, maybe I should get rid of this, but... You know what? If it wants to build stuff over there, that's private economy stuff, that's okay. Go. Finding the First Fleet to do something. They need something. I feel like they're going back and forth between these few systems and they're not actually... New colony has been established. I was gonna say yes to Reach 5, but okay. High-tech Mega Lab research has been completed. Cool. I have to escape. Yeah, so I think we are gonna have to try this. We zoom in, but those aren't on our screen. It works. Okay, so we just have to open up the research when we're zoomed in, and it will work as a workaround for... I still want to watch all the ants. And we'll get all these improved. Luxury crew environments. Wow, how luxurious. Better medical systems. Holographic entertainment, yeah. Yeah, we'll get that, even though, I mean, I don't know how many we're going to be able to build. We also need deep space arrays. Get fleet countermeasures. I probably should have had that earlier. Get that. I don't know where we'll build it, but get it. Tactical interceptors and attack fighters, just so we get all that stuff. This will let us get improved interceptors. Don't know if we'll use the Gyrofalcon, but we already have it in our list. Oh no, I just queued up the maximum amount. Okay. I think because they did reinstate that queue again. Queue limit. A little bit more. Double fleet. There we go. Zoom. New colony founded. I love it. New carrier has been completed. Excellent. Build a troop cloning facility at Pyro. Okay. Yeah, I can get behind that. RB-29 at Aquarius 3. Yes. Build ships. No. New battleship has been completed. Yay! The Sekusha Curse. Build an armor barracks at Aquarius 3. Send the first fleet out. First fleet's already doing something, so do the barracks. Planetary Defense Center at Berlius 1. Okay. Okay, instead of doing it through the C menu, like hitting C all the time, let me just click on colonies. Go through all of these. You think they got a few troops. Oh, okay then. This advanced metacomplex. Advanced metacomplex. How did that get doubled? Like that's a bug. Galactic Command Center at Fumu. Yeah, based on the amount of troops that he's building, definitely yes. Making almost 200,000 from Fumu. First fleet. Okay, well, first fleet needs to go do something then. See if you can actually deal with that guy. I keep sending you there to deal with. You never seem to actually do. We've completed research into reinforced construction. Build a bunch of destroyers. No. Discovered hidden items. Not any good for me. Discovery at Adobe 1. Not any good for me because that's not in our space. First fleet, you know what? We'll also put in a request to get you guys topped up. So these ships coming in from over here are frigates. Yeah. Build RB-29. Okay. Establish a new colony. So this fleet I want to put over here. I will station them away from Salinas, I think. Back. Because we'll finally deal with that hive ship that's in Indanur. Build a bunch of ships. There are a bunch of exploration. I'm not building more exploration ships. We have plenty. Second fleet to go do something. Second fleet, yes. Pervec 3, no. I mean, I guess I could say yes because I have the I don't know. Send this to colonize something. Why isn't he already doing it? They said to go colonize something here, but I missed which one they said to colonize. Well, an industrial academy? Okay. The... an Anacal. Guess it might have been Berlias 3. They don't really like those types of worlds. But you know what? Yeah, I can't. You know what? We'll just let them build a planetary administration district. Yes. Should we investigate the forgotten tomb of Gaindini? Yeah, we should. Bad things can happen. Bad things did not happen. That makes me sad. Build something at Virtual. Yeah. Tsunami? Oh no. Send idle novelty to Etzadal. Yeah. I'm wondering if what's going on is they're trying to send the colony ships to the stuff I said, and another colony ship is like stepping on it or something. I wonder if that's what's happening. No, that is not your home base. Ancient inactive Actarian Spaceport? No. Salinas. Build a bunch of ships. No. 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 And no. Second fleet. Yeah, they need something to do. Okay, I think that's stepping on the feet of another. I've already sent second fleet somewhere. '11th fleet. I'll just tell you to guard Salinas. You know, I'll tell you to refuel at Salinas. I'll tell you to move and still be able to attack fleet. Yeah. Okay. Ross. Oh, back up, back up. Okay, yes. Pervec, you know what? I'm tired of y'all asking. I'm just gonna say yes. Advanced cargo storage research. Yay. Daunting Subterfuge, go there. Wantar Venture, go there. Okay. Build a bunch of ships. You want exploration ships and destroyers. I'm not building exploration ships and destroyers. Pop up the first fleet some more, though. Advanced passenger transport research has been completed. Build ships. You want more exploration ships. I have plenty. By plenty, I have, this many, however many that is. It's independent colony. Okay, I'll keep clicking the button then, I guess. I want to colonize them too. These guys to retrofit. The first fleet's going to be up to full strength. Second fleet. Clicked on you. You two popped up. Oh, they're 3 short. Pose a gift. I'm not giving them money. I mean, yes, that's how we're going to get their stuff, is we're going to give them money and make them happy. Build a planetary district. Yes. 40, so we just need 2 more ships in second fleet. A new admiral has appeared. Oh, how nice. Advanced troop transport research has been completed, and a bunch of ships have been built. Carrier, new battleship built. Excellent. The new cruiser has been completed. Not as exciting as that. The new battleship and new carrier. Those are the exciting messages that make you go, yes. Oh, it's under attack by something. Well, maybe we'll deal with it later. Pose a gift. I'm not giving them anything. I'll say it as many times as I have that no. The answer is no. Okay, so you are at 41. Need 1 more. I think you just need to build this last carrier. Okay, that's everything building for the second fleet now. Awesome. We're not going to be able to, because we already said like, yes, but they can colonize, and it didn't, so. Zoom in and see, ooh, all those beautiful ships. Build this, that's in Word Tool, yeah. Scrap the Didn't give me a chance to click on it. I think it asked if I wanted to scrap the one in Althoria. Colony quality has reached the maximum terraforming level. You can scrap this facility if desired. Okay. Sure. I mean, we are going to end up building another one, like when we get the advanced terraforming. I do like that it lets you know that. That's actually really nice that the game's like, hey, by the way, you've reached the limit that this thing can do. Do you want to take it apart now? Advanced fuel storage. Yes, we want that. Automated cargo systems. We'll get those too. Area looks so cool. Send this to colonize. Yeah, I don't know where that is, but we're doing it. Scrap terraforming at War Tool 3. Yep. Oh, Wantar Odyssey already got sent. Okay, go somewhere else then. 24 interceptors, 24 bombers. Then here's our beautiful battleship. I like how the fleet's like arrayed around it. Pretty neat. Advanced medical systems. Scrap the terraforming facility. Yes. 6th Defense Force. Congratulations. You've been slated to be reinforced. What kind of progress are they making getting there? They're almost there. Oh yeah, there's a couple of guys that are coming from, but they came from way over there. Scrap that at Pyro. Yep. Enormous sandstorm at Bastini 1. One of mine? No. I don't care. I mean, it sucks for them, but I can't do anything. They're on the other side of the galaxy. Ooh, the 11th Fleet's getting into a fight. I'm paused, and the game's having to catch up still. Okay, now let's go look at 11th Fleet. Ah, they're gonna go fight over here. Go down to normal speed. Ah, that sounds so cool. I was about to say they're taking their sweet time arriving. Battleship's already shooting it. Good lord. The range. The range. And then the cloud of fighters. Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm gonna have so much fun when I do a playthrough that focuses on using Strikecraft. Yeah, apparently he needs to go somewhere else. Alright, Wantar Venture, go somewhere else. Strikecraft are just all arrayed around the battleship now. That battleship's gonna steal all your kills, guys. He's not gonna let you get any... Oh, why are you going over there now? There's still more stuff to kill there. You know what? Okay. Have to wait for the Strikecraft to get recovered. That's the one downside to Strikecraft. You can see them actually fly into the hangar bay. Guys just cruising along. That's so cool. Good job, devs. I love it. Sure. A new colony has been founded. We've discovered hidden items. A new cruiser has been completed. Then build more stuff. Scrap the terraforming facility. Yep. You still need your carriers now. Ooh, this heavy escort might actually get to shoot something. Way out in the lead. Coming around the corner. Priming his weapon systems. Doing a really weird... You probably cut that corner now, buddy. Oh, I guess it's probably because the Artilus is in so close. That's what's going on. Yeah, so now he's like, okay, now we can go. You want to give these people a gift? No. Not particularly. Fun. I want to build the final ship. Yay, there we go. 6th Defense Force has been moved up to full strength to the new order of battle. Why are you being, like, why are you moving to the Artilus? Now this guy's like, hey, I'm going this way now, okay? We have to speed this up. Yep. Pretty got in range. Build this in the Bispin system. Jaconta Ivory. Cool. Yeah, we still got plenty of construction for, well, 6.2 years still on colossal construction at plus 220% research speed. Okay with that. The fleet says hello. Grab the terraforming facilities. Yep. 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 Guess I'm just gonna keep building stuff everyone asked me to now. I'm just like, okay. If it gets me into a war, maybe I can play with it. That Artilus is upside down. He's exposing his soft, fleshy bits to everybody. Range on those battleships. My gosh. Build this? Okay. Yeah, I've already said I'm gonna build everything you asked me to, because why not? Ontar Guardian, I thought, okay, we'll go colonize that. Or can they colonize multiple things? Because maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe they're able to colonize multiple things as opposed to just using one ship per thing now. So pretty getting rid of all the evil stuff. Oh, they literally were able to jump to the other side of the star. Okay. Or not star, planet. Kind of cool. That one's upside down too. It is presenting its weak bits because it knows what's going to happen anyways. I don't know. Saying stuff. Go forth! And the battleship has line of sight. Oh, that broadside. Oh, I love it. I mean, of course, it is terrifying when you get down to it. The amount of, like, projection. What it does is, yeah. Build a new colony ship. No, that's fine. Scrap terraforming facility. Yeah, they can go. They already are there, aren't they? Yeah, they're already at Ducasid. But I could build a mining station here now. Hey, that star system has been repaired. Not repaired. It's been defended. I think we're gonna have to go to Isandria Pekka. Oh, they're fourth fleet here. Oh, they're fighting the Hive. They are fighting the Hive. Build this? Yes. Putting a bit of a hurt on him. Oh, he actually has his strike craft now. Okay, so that was a, I was right, that was a, some kind of bug that we ran into Hive that had no strike craft. You are a brave escort, my friend. You're also a dead one. New general appears. Troop recruited at Aquarius. Oh, produced a new general. Cool. Yeah, do that. They're attacking this Hive ship with just escorts. That's freaking feeding is what that is. Drop the terraforming. Okay. New cruiser completed. Oh, we were upgrading the 10th, wasn't it? Okay, they just need their carriers and battleships now. Another escort's just coming in. It's like, I'm gonna shoot you. Sentinel multi-beam and an Intimidator Surge Blast. That's an interesting weapons loadout. Frame. You know what? We're gonna dive on this guy. Still want to try and capture one though, too. I mean, they have the phaser lance. Scrap the terraforming? Yep. Attack the merciless Hive. Come on, you can do it. Propose a gift. No, I'm not giving gifts out right now. Okay, so move to that point then if you're having issues like locking onto the Hive. Oh, Akdarian Empire and the Mortallans are now at war with each other. Sure, I've decided I'm not saying no anymore when you ask to build stuff, so. All right. Okay, so we're not going to have their home base be at Salinas because it's so slow for them to jump out. Probably put it in Isandria Pekka somewhere. Oh, just need one more ship for the 10th Defense Force, and it will be at full strength on paper. Which works. Oh, speed this up, I guess. Grab the terraforming facility, okay. Managed to escape when our forces detected them attempting to steal our territory map. Well, we can let them see all the stuff that we have so that they can go, oh no, I don't want to mess with those guys. Which the answer is, yeah. You really don't. Very happy and they want to join us. Well, they can't because of reasons. One of the rules I have set up. I'm thinking, hey, we broke 100 billion. Sweet. Should be getting out of the... Yeah, they got out of it. Grab the terraforming facility. Yep. Build this. Yep. Discover it. Thantra Zelbra 1. Cool. Okay, normal speed. Let's watch them attack the hive. If you just attack it on, if you just dive it on your own, I mean, you can. It's going to be stupid. Oh no, the battleship wants it. Okay, well, I'll tell everyone to want it then. Make sure everything... Battleship's almost in range even at that. That's great. They all jumped. Where did they... No. The reversion to real space. Even though they're like just right over there. Just the amount of time it takes is interesting. Oh no, the automated bases have raided our system. I didn't even know that was happening. Okay. Good for them. So you move 63, they move 60. So we move the same speed. Oh, that guy's eventually gonna get caught. Okay, cue yakety sacks. Here we go. Oh, there's their strike craft coming in. They're just getting obliterated. The bombers go fat 116. That's nice. The interceptors go 141. Cool. And that's not even like all the strike craft. That's only a small contingent of them. Do I have... Okay, I'll allow you to build a colony ship then. Oof. Getting torn up. Oh, you're taking fire now. That looks so cool. And he's like, yeah, no, I'm getting shot. I don't like that. Disabled? What the hell did they core on you? Oh, they... Did they hit on him? Oh, music stopped. Oh, I guess his engines took so much damage that he can't heat up anymore. And, yep. You get tore up trying to catch up to him. But we need to actually catch up with the interceptors and the bombers. Does he have dedicated point defense? No, yeah, oh, he does. Aegis missile batteries. Okay. Look at that, yep. So we're in, oh, good lord, look at his shields drop. Those interceptors are tearing him up. That's not anything else hitting him. Those are only the interceptors. He's like, run away! And my interceptor's like, no, you don't get an engine anymore. Hyperdrive is offline. Oh, wow, they're good. Wow. Wow. Build battleships. You know, I like the way you think. So 11th Fleet ended up losing 2 ships. It's a shame. But still. Really good, okay. So where do we want to set up for home base for you? Trader's End is, I mean, it's in our space, but it's not got one of our stations. Guess we'll just go set you up in Wartool. Over, Wartool 1. No, that's not the, Wartool 3 is the, yeah. And report to base. Look at all the colonies that we have. Turn off nebula boundaries. And we're getting so many ships on our sensors in our, like, the space that we control currently that I'm probably gonna have to turn off private economy ships. But I also kind of like that we have made it to that point. I mean, we saw how smooth the game had been running up to this point. If you've been with us in the earlier streams, it'd been running very smooth up to this, especially as they've been releasing more updates as well. What do you want, Fermi? Really? Okay, that sounds awesome. I know it's bedtime. You can go to sleep yourself. I don't have to get up tomorrow morning. Great things about being a professor. I don't have to work on Friday. I have to work on Saturday instead. I mean, I say that like I'm complaining a little bit. I'm really not. It's all about trying to help my students out, is how I feel in that regard too. And the Saturday course is for guys that work during the week. Come on, jump up here. There you go. Good boy. So if you ever see like those 8 a.m. Saturday courses, or those, you know, courses in the evenings at work that run late at night, you're like, wow, why would anyone ever take this? Assuming you have never thought about it, of course. Well, the whole entire point is, you know, maybe they have some reason they can't do a normal time course. So they say, hey, can we have a course at this? You offer me protection. What are you protecting me from? Build ships. 9 cruisers, okay? I'm just gonna say yes to that because we have such a cash flow right now. Oh, why did I open that without zooming in first? Been a devastating tsunami at Loinsea? That's not in my space, so. Feel for them, but only a little bit. Yes, Fermi, that's right. I feel for them, but only a little bit. I'm a monster. Aquarios. Let the game catch up a little bit. And I think this is going to be our stopping point. It's 9:47. We've been going for almost 3 hours today. So let's go ahead and do what we normally do. Hit the escape key. Hit the save game. So you see 28760201. Save has gone through. Look at our victory condition. I need to close the game menu. Victory conditions. So you can see we got a pretty good leg up on the other guys. The next closest is the Zinix, then the Actarians, and finally the Mindara Confederacy. Top 5 gets rounded out by adding in the Cebu, but that's a significant jump to go from Mindara to Cebu. So 21% versus 17. You can see we're sitting up here at 41% for our victory. We only need to hit 70%. We currently have the most defense treaties in the galaxy. Still, we've destroyed the most enemy ships, or more enemy ships than we have currently lost. 960 versus 919. We're doing good on that. We are not earning the most tourist income in the galaxy. The Zinix are the ones who are doing that, but we're 76% of the way there. So, cool. We need to control 100% of all continental colonies in the galaxy. We control 14% of the total. And then, of course, we are not earning the most trade income in the galaxy. Oh, the music stopped again. I guess that's okay. We can talk without music going on. So territory controls 75% of the colonies in the galaxy. We currently control 29% of them at 49 colonies. So we're going to get working on that. Control 75% of the galaxy's population. We currently control 23% with our 108.6 billion people. Then finally, for the economy, Empire's private economy generates 75% of the galaxy total. Our private economy currently generates 26% of the galaxy total. So we really need to pump those numbers up. All of that said, we didn't take over the galaxy tonight. That's probably going to take us quite some time still yet. Which is fine. I'm enjoying playing Distant Worlds 2. I'm hoping y'all are enjoying getting to see Distant Worlds 2 get played. We've had some crashes, but been able to recover luckily. We'll see how things go. I'm already planning on how the next game I want to play for Distant Worlds 2 goes as well. Kind of like the motif that we want to do. This one, the Republic of Stuff, we're not being absolutely warmongering to everyone. The people that we did have a war with were not nice to us to begin with. So I think we probably accidentally shot one of them a little bit much. But we were at war with the other guy, so they were walking into a war zone. That happens. Fog of war. Me not paying attention. Sure, same thing, right? So another game we'll probably do like a warmongering one, more like what you'll see people do in Stellaris with the Imperium of Man kind of playthroughs. And we might do something like that in here. We'll do one where we kind of focus on using strike fighters or strike craft, I think, because I like how those looked with the big carriers. Maybe if we focused everything around using strike craft and small ships, stuff that could be kind of an interesting playthrough. And we'll also do one where we focus on the different weapon systems. So like right now we're using beam lasers as our primary with the Shatter Force. We'll probably do another one where we do projectile weapons or something like that, because it's just kind of fun to have those different flavors going on and not really necessarily focusing on like what's going to be perfect and absolutely the best, as it were. We'll have to come up with some names for the powers that we play too, because I'm bad at coming up with names. I mean, obviously these guys are the Republic of Stuff. The Empire will probably be like the Empire of Things or something. Because, you know, stuff and things, they go together. They're what you have. Come up with other stuff like that. And yeah, that's all I have for y'all tonight. So let's go ahead and switch over to there. We will put a exit to desktop for Distant Worlds 2. Now let's go see if there is someone that we want to raid. So I have a friend that I see that she's online. She might be happy to see some people show up. How do y'all feel about going to go see someone play some Valorant?